Hey, welcome back to a new video. I'm Kelly.
I'm Sam.
And this is 5 things you don't need in your van build. Coming from 2 people that built our van ourselves and researched a ton of different videos on YouTube, we thought this video would be super helpful if you are on the journey of doing a van build one day, or if you're just curious about this lifestyle in general. I hope this video will provide you some value to know that there's certain things you just don't need in a van build no matter how many videos you watch.
I do want to preface before we get into the video though, we are happy that we have everything that we are going to mention in this video, but if you're trying to save a little bit of extra money, or if we were going to do a build again, we may or may not do these things. So we just wanted to share some info with everyone.
Also, by the way, we are in Moab right now, so we have our beautiful, lovely little foster baby Audi with us. She's from Underdog Rescue, and so we are super fortunate to be able to foster dogs right now. If you're wondering why we have this little cutie in the van, that is why. So now let's get into the 5 things that you don't need in your van build. Starting off with number 1, a shower. I know that's a little bit controversial because some people absolutely love having a shower in a van, and the shower is actually the reason why I first agreed to live in a van. I'm actually the one that came up with living in a van in the first place. It's because though I saw a video where a couple had a shower in a van, and I said, well then I can live in a van if there's a shower and some privacy around a toilet. But now living in the van, you honestly become a little more savage, and you don't need the privacy and some of the amenities that you think you need. So there were so many things in this van build that were kind of non-negotiables, and for me it was a shower and a toilet. And honestly, living in the van now, I would be a lot more comfortable to not only not have privacy with the toilet, which sounds actually crazy, and also not having a shower. Like, to be honest, we barely use our shower. It's nice to rinse off with, but I can't wash my hair in it because we only have a 2.5 gallon water heater, which basically gives you 2 minutes of hot water. That's just not enough to wash my hair. So it's basically quick body showers after a nice hike or a workout, and that's about it. And we can go quite a while, especially without washing my hair. So for me, a shower, it's not necessary. You can absolutely have a van build, and I like how you copied my hand movement.
Yeah.
You can absolutely have a van build and not have a shower, and you will live a perfectly happy life.
We are happy that we do have the shower
Yeah.
in here. I did actually shower this morning, and it is nice, but if we were to do the build over again, I think that we may not do the full-time shower. We probably do like a part-time shower, or maybe just stick strictly with the outdoor shower.
I do like our shower because we can hang wet clothes, our towels, and aesthetically it's really nice, but it's just not necessary, you know?
So the second thing you do not need in your van build is a swivel seat. I know this also may be controversial, but for us, we built a dinette set that we hang out in pretty much 24/7. We also built another hangout section right at the front. So we've used a swivel seat twice.
Yeah, we have so much seating in here, and we saw a ton of videos before we did our van builds that were insisting that you needed a swivel seat, but I think that it's so not necessary. If you have a couple places to sit, for us personally, I feel like the swivel seat is the least used thing in our van.
Definitely. We are happy we have the swivel seat. Like we use it when we have guests over and stuff, like if they're going to be spending the night, because we do have like a very unique kind of guest sleeper that the swivel seat is helpful for. But overall, really it's not necessary, and also it's not a very cheap thing to put into your van. It is quite expensive to have a swivel seat.
We could have saved a lot of money not putting it in.
Exactly. So if you're going to have a seating area like this, or some type of seating, you probably don't need the swivel seat.
Number 3 is our WeBoost cell phone signal booster. So that is another thing that is highly recommended in the van life community, and it is helpful to boost your signal, but it only helps in the sense of if you have 1 bar, you might get 2 bars. Yeah. If you have 2, you might have 3, which doesn't necessarily mean awesome service or signal. Again, this isn't Wi-Fi, this is just boosting your actual signal. We've been in plenty of locations where they are remote and they have no cell phone signal, and you're not going to magically get cell phone signal with your WeBoost. It is also so pricey.
Yeah.
So again, that's something that we could have saved money on because it hasn't helped us a ton. So save some money. You don't need the WeBoost, but if you have it, it's a nice little
luxury.
It's a nice luxury, but it's not necessary.
Yeah. And the thing about a WeBoost is it really only works in one specific part of your van. You have to be within 2 feet of where you installed the WeBoost antenna. So if you're in the front of the van, you will not have the extra service from the WeBoost. So it is great that we have it. I am happy we have it, but we definitely could have saved some good money by not installing it. So the fourth thing you do not need in your van build is shore power setup. But I am going to be honest, it really depends on your electrical system. If you have a system like ours, which is 3 100 amp hours of lithium battery and alternator charging and solar power, shore power really is not necessary.
We've never used it.
No, we've been living in the van since June, and was it like 5 months now, and we've never once needed to plug in the shore power, which is why having alternator charging is the most important thing. I mean, that's it. There's nothing more to say.
There's nothing more to say. You don't need shore power.
You don't need shore power.
We have talked to van friends that said, like, during the winter when you don't get as much sunlight, that they have used the shore power. We probably won't have to deal with that because we're from California and we're traveling in western states. Sunlight hasn't been a huge issue. So for us, shore power wasn't necessary. For you, it might be, depending on your system. And finally, we are here at number 5, the 5th thing that you don't need in your van build. And this one is specific to the dinette set seating that we have, which basically is a convertible living space that turns into our couch. So what we are sitting on right now is the middle section that creates a U. So this is called a U-bench. And this middle section right here, we thought it would be really creative and unique if we made it removable so that we could easily walk through our entire van from beginning to end, hop out the doors, and be able to enjoy views and have our dog run from here and jump outside. We also thought it would be cool as like an extra seat if we're by a campfire and need that or something. And right now it stores our laundry and our bedding. The aspect of it being removable is pretty unnecessary. We have not once ever since we put it in removed it, not for a chair, not to run back and forth. It's just unnecessary. Like, how many times are you gonna run back through your van?
No.
It was a cool idea. It's not the worst thing in the world. That's why we put it at the end. It just was extra work, I guess, that wasn't super necessary.
If you guys were considering doing something kind of unique like that, just really think about how much you're gonna actually use that. We thought we'd use it all the time. We really have not used it once since we moved in.
So those are the 5 things that we don't think that you need in a van build. We have them, and some of them we're happy that we have them, but we might not put them in another van build. I hope that this really does provide value to someone that is in the process of getting a van or wants to do anything similar to this lifestyle. We are always like super passionate about saying you don't have to have like a Sprinter van that's decked out like ours is. You could literally travel in the car that you have now, put down the back seats, have a bed in there, and travel around for a little bit before even deciding to do anything that's like a commitment like this. This lifestyle is super attainable. You don't have to do it the way that we did. And if anything, we hope that these tips help you not spend like wasteful money that you don't need to. You can do these a lot cheaper and learn from our mistakes. And also, I hate being negative about our van because I love it so much. Like, I'm so happy in here, but these are definitely things that are helpful to know.
Exactly. And like we said before, we are happy that we have all of these things that we mentioned, but they're just not necessary. And if you are doing a build and you want to save some money in certain sections, these are what we recommend.
100%.
And with that being said, I'm Sam.
I'm Kelly.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll hope to see you in a new video.
See you next time. Bye. Hey kiddos, how you doing?